Hi, this is Chaz Palminteri, and if you're thinking about getting your eyes done, the only person to see is Dr. Rothman of LASIK of Nevada. I flew all the way from New York to be here, and Dr. Rothman did my eyes. And all I could say is, it's a miracle. I could see. You see Dr. Rothman of LASIK of Nevada.
From the Strip in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada, this is Pub Crawl, where each week we struggle to recall our adventures in and around Las Vegas, giving a unique perspective on the best places to tear it up in the entertainment capital of the world. Now, without further ado, here are your hosts, Alicia and David Ivey.
Hey there, and welcome to Pub Crawl, the best source of Vegas-y drinking goodness. I'm Alicia.
I'm David, and look at our new fancy.
It's so pretty. It's so pretty. We were so surprised you came in today.
I know. I'm like, look at it makes. I wish we'd have done something tropical.
A tropical cocktail.
I'm kind of piratey, I think, or am I more French?
You're a French pirate.
I'm a French pirate.
And you said I look like Chuck Norris, which doesn't really.
Yeah, you look kind of like Clint Eastwood or Chuck Norris or something. So, anyway, without further ado, thank you, live studio audience.
Welcome, live studio audience. Welcome, live chat room.
Welcome to chat room. And now let's get on to Cocktail of the Week. Today, I decided not to mess around.
Oh?
This is a not messing around cocktail.
What does that mean?
This is a 2-ingredient. It's the classic. It's something that I'm not a big fan of, but we're going to have it anyway. Not a martini. This is not a martini. It's a vodka martini.
Which is still a martini. It's just not a classic martini.
Technically. Now, if you say you want a martini somewhere, that's going to be a gin martini. But nowadays, though, they usually are going to make it with vodka.
Yeah, so normally every time we call it, we'll say, we would like a gin martini. And they're like, oh, that's the only kind.
Right. So this is how I make a gin martini. I make them just like this is how I make a vodka martini, just like I make a gin one. Little vermouth. And I think this is called something when you pour it in there, but then you don't really.
Is it called a wash?
Is it called a wash? That would be a good name for it. I pour a little in there.
I would assume so.
I pour it out. A little of that.
And then you're going to throw it in back of you.
Well.
And you drink it out. I don't think the bartenders do that.
No, that's pretty nasty too. All right, and then it's got a ton of this stuff.
Just a ton of vodka.
That's all it is. Not enough?
Yeah, that's enough. Jeez.
Well, it's got to fill 2 of those. I bet it's not enough.
That's enough.
Well, anyway, and that's it.
Steak.
You know what I didn't bring? This I should have bought a garnish.
Yeah. And that would have been a twist.
Well, you like yours dirty with vodka.
You know what? I think I'm past that.
The incident?
Yeah, ever since the incident.
This is what's scary.
I made mine extra dirty, and I've never went.
How much vodka
again.
did I just pour in that?
A lot, but that actually looks like a fair size.
And now we're gonna drink an entire glass of vodka.
That is just great.
And we wonder why our livers don't like us.
Why what?
Why our livers don't like us.
Oh, I said our neighbors.
You gotta admit though, that's pretty clean. Actually, this stuff ain't bad. Svedka.
It's very good.
Oh.
Svedka.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Well, I have a drunk term this week.
This is a drunk term we are the first to announce, ladies and gentlemen, world premiere right here on Pub Crawl.
The drunk term for this week. It actually was coined by Portland Dave during a text session that he
texted me, yes.
He texted us. So the drunk term is blarted. So
B-L-A-R-T-E-D.
Yeah, and it was really funny because I think he was trying to spell blended or blasted, but it came out blarded.
Right.
So when you're totally blended, man, you're blarded.
Yeah, he's right.
So we've actually been using that in our weekly
That's turned into an actual term. Because, yeah, he said, it was like, dude, and it was like,
he's like,
P-U-D-A.
dude, I'm blarded.
I'm so blarded. Like, well, that's the new term.
It's a classic term now. Just love it.
Well, that's the thing. Well, that, pre-phone with the correct shoe, drunk texting was a lot funner with the pre-phones. You know.
Yeah, before they had autocorrections.
It's funny because we don't get anything like that anymore. Even though they should have a filter that says you don't want to send this.
Yeah.
The drunk filter, like, you know what? You probably don't want to send this right now. I'm horny right now.
Or pull it back. Yeah.
Like, you might want to wait. Yeah. Anyway, let's take a quick break.
All right.
Come back with our pub crawl adventure. Could be a good one this week. Burgers for everybody.
Oh, hi. I'm Kelly Clinton. That sucked. I wonder if Joan Rivers is watching. Oh, please. Oh, my God. Who cares? I don't have a different one. You know who watches this show? Wayne Newton.
You got that right, Kelly. I think you're absolutely beautiful and talented young lady. 5, 6, 9, 12. Talker shit.
More camera time for me. Hey, I wonder if Cher's watching.
Oh, please. I have so many other things to do.
Woo! Hi, I'm Kelly Clinton. I'm the host of Talk Tales, and you're watching the Vegas Video Network. That was horrible.
I tell you what. This is how an adventure should start. This is a heck of an adventure. It started the right way. It ended, and then restarted again.
Oh.
Check it out. So Sunday? Last Sunday. It's like, let's go somewhere we've never been before. Let's try the kitchen. Hey.
Hey, it's a good one.
Anyway, let's do that weird little area. Actually, you know where we were headed? To the Hawaiian Marketplace.
Hawaiian Marketplace, yeah.
And which is supposed to be pretty ruined, but if they're going to sponsor the
sketchy.
show, they're an awesome place. Love the Hawaiian Marketplace. By the way, I got my hair fixed. Did anybody notice?
Oh, since
I got my summer shaved.
yes, I shaved him.
No, you shaved me, then we went out.
Yep.
So we're trying to go to the Hawaiian Marketplace. We parked at Monte Carlo, which is where we park all the time. Walked past Mario and Luigi, the Transformers. Everything's out in front of the Hard Rock Cafe.
And there's the same characters that always hang out right in that area.
It's also 105. Mario and Luigi were getting a little ripe.
I was wondering who sweats more though, the Transformer or the plushies.
Oh, you know what? It would take us $2, $1 a picture to find out.
Ew. Yeah, you're right. Just go touch them. Ugh. But I think that the plushie guys, Mario and Luigi with the big heads, I think they have fans inside.
They do not have fans inside.
I think they do.
What, these are space-age Mario and Luigi costumes?
Disneyland, they have little fans.
That's Disneyland. These are homeless people. Disneyland. I don't even think they have fans in them.
They do.
No. But anyway.
I've heard.
So,
No?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, I think Mickey's a sneaky little mouse.
Really? One way to find out.
One way to find out. So anyway, we walk by, and there's M&M, there's a Grand Canyon thing, there's all this stuff. Coca-Cola store. All this crap we've never been in before. So we walked up past all that crap and just still didn't go in. And then we crossed Smith and Woodlinski, which is that fancy steakhouse there. We saw a little sign out front.
Which seems a little out of place on that end.
It does, and it also seems way too high end for us. We look at it and go, ooh. We were wearing shorts and tank tops. You had pasties on. I mean, it was just not that kind of a day. And we decided we saw a sign out front. It said a burger, their steak burger, 1 pound, $9.
$9
Bacon
and then
and blue cheese
$5 draft beers.
And $5 draft beer. We're like, we're on a hunt to the Hawaiian Marketplace. So we kept walking.
We were on a mission.
Yes. We walked next door to that is Fatburger. Didn't know it was there. They had some girls out in bikinis handing out 2-for-1 cocktail drinks.
At a bar, because I guess they have a bar there. I never noticed it.
And we're like, no, thank you.
No, we're going to the Hawaiian Marketplace, thank you.
So we walk in the Hawaiian Marketplace, sucked, turned right around and walked back.
Yeah, there was really nothing going on.
There was nothing going on. There's an Indian food place in there, and there's like a burger bar, like Zingers or something.
Yeah, it was called Zingers, and then towards the very back there was like a little shopping center, indoor area, and that was where the
And it was a Filipino food place.
Yeah,
and
but
then there's like a bunch of
nobody there.
hoodlums and homeless and like degenerates walking around. And I'm like, you know what? I think that burger sounds pretty good.
And it was pretty hot. It was like 104.
Yeah, it was. So we're like, you know what? Let's not pass up an opportunity. That's what we do. Let's go to Smith & Wollensky.
Yeah,
that
try it.
$9 burger. Why not? So we go to Smith & Wollensky. Now, this is fancy pants. They're a steakhouse. 3 stories.
They're wearing suits, and we walk in. We're like, are we underdressed?
That was our first question. We appropriately said, are we okay to come in like this? But it was the middle of the day. They're, oh, sure. So we sat at the bar, and the bartender was awesome. What was her name?
I don't know. She's from Boston.
Heather,
though.
April, something.
Really cool
Christine.
girl from Boston.
Right. Anyway, so we start talking to her. What do you want? I figured the $5 beer is going to be Bud Light, Coors Light. They don't have that. We got the Sam Adams Summer Ale, which was outrageously good, and I'm not even a big Sam Adams fan. And they had Alaskan Ale, an Alaskan Pale Ale or something. That was really good. Alaskan Amber.
It was very nice. Oh, while we were sitting there, though, somebody came up from a faraway land and asked the bartender, he's like, what vegetables are in the burger?
Right.
She's like, what are you talking about?
Right. Well, she tried to say, well, there's nothing in the burger.
It's a burger.
Right.
There's vegetables on the burger.
But I don't even consider them vegetables.
Not
Is lettuce
really.
a vegetable?
No, it's
Technically,
no,
and I know
it's-
tomatoes not.
It is, but not really.
Tomatoes
I mean,
are fruit.
there's no
What else would it be?
There's no nutrients in it.
What are you gonna do with-
the
so
only
lettuce-
animal
lettuce
who could
is
derive
nothing.
nutrients from lettuce is a manatee.
According to
And that is
Alicia,
true.
lettuce is
Is
by
that true?
itself
Yes,
roaming
that's
around. I
true.
don't know what I am.
Only animal
Iceberg lettuce
that can derive nutrients from the iceberg lettuce is a manatee.
is a manatee.
Really?
It's true.
Well, anyway, so we did go in there, sat down, killer bar, like old man bar. You know, like it's brass and there's marble and there's lots of scotches. It's like an old, what we call an old man bar with a young cute girl working at it.
Yeah.
But so we sat there. We're like, well, we're here for the burger deal. I mean, because why not? The sign's out front, and let's get a couple beers. But if you want to hear the rest of this, you gotta stay tuned. We're gonna take a quick break.
Oh, the burger.
Station ID. Gonna come back with our burger extravaganza.
You know, one of the things I like best about the Vegas Video Network are the people. There are no divas here. Everyone is exactly the same off camera as they are on.
Hey guys, what's cocktail of the week this week?
You know what? I'll let you know what it is when it's time for you to know what it is. Why don't you get off the stage and get back in your production hole? Oh my God. You know what? And tell cheap ass Whitney to get us some decent brand liquor. This hobo off-rap crap ain't cutting it. God, idiots.
Totally.
So you know what's funny? This is working. You'd think when I poured half a bottle in it.
Yeah.
If you want to get a hold of us, pubcrawl@vegasvideonetwork.com is our email. Pubcrawl@vegasvideonetwork.com. Twitter, LV Locals is we. The network is Vegas Video Network. KSHP 1400 AM every Saturday. Roku, Twitter. Oh no, we did Twitter. iTunes, YouTube. iTunes is so important. Check us out on iTunes. That's where I watch us. That's where I listen to us. That's where I do everything.
Yeah, everything.
Voicemail, the little button on the homepage there at Vegas
recording.
Video Network. Anywho,
Let's talk about that delicious, humongous
so
burger.
we didn't even order. She just said, "How do you want them cooked?" Because you knew we already said that's what we're gonna get. Medium. Because she said, I go, "Do you grind your own?" She's like, "Yeah." So we had that little burger thing.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people get it because they're like they've seen too much Food Network, so no matter what they do, they get it medium. Even if the place doesn't grind their own burger,
Yeah.
you don't get it medium if
That
you
could
don't
be-
grind
that's
your own meat.
questionable sometimes.
Yeah, it's like they bought it from the store. You cook it all the way. Cook it like a hamburger. But if they grind their own steak, go right ahead. This thing comes out.
It was so good. It was
I
humongous.
can't describe the magnet. It was a 1 pound burger. It was like that thick, that big.
2 slices of bacon.
Oh, before
blue
that even
cheese.
came out, their little appetizer thing are these killer little pretzel, like soft pretzel things. Like
this was like a butter dip with, what was it, mustard seeds
in
and
it.
It was really good.
So good. So that came out. Already had a couple of those. This burger, we could have split it. Easy. Could have split that burger.
I couldn't even finish mine. It was so big. And then they gave you a huge cup of fries.
Oh, yeah, you two big things of like garlic truffle-y fries or whatever. Unbelievable deal. Now, they don't always do that deal. That's the first day they ever did it.
That was, it was our lucky day because the
said-
chef thought that day they were going to do that special. Normally, it's not. Normally, that burger's $15.
But still, we would have split that for $15. It would have been cheaper. And I wouldn't have been forced to eat the whole thing, which I did.
Yeah.
But it was so good.
Yeah, I'd like to go back. It's 3 levels. So
Right.
upstairs is the more
But you got
fine dining, not the bar
I'm
section.
assuming we still had a $50 lunch.
Yeah,
Because we got
the drinks and the two burgers.
2 beers each and 2 burgers each. You're talking that's $20 in beer right there, right?
Yeah.
And then so we
So
still spent
it's
$50.
not cheap, but it was a good opportunity to try.
It was. So, but I'm telling you, this is a burger town. It was incredible. So anyway, we leave out of there. We're like, hey, since we're already here, 2-for-1 drinks at Fat Burger.
Which sounds ridiculous because, like, Fat
Burger's
Burger's
got
a chain.
Yeah, but it's got a killer bar. Fat Burger in Vegas is on the Strip, right next to Smith & Wollensky. In fact, it's a little driveway. In fact, one of our shows a couple months ago, we talked about that Ginseng 2 barbecue joint in the back alley behind there. That's what separates them, is the alley back to that. This bar is outside. It's one of the very few bars on the Strip, literally on the Strip. Now, it's caged off to keep the riffraff out because this is right next to probably the worst center on the Strip. If you right past that is like liquor store, baby clothes, just like that little mini mall there till you get to the marketplace, the wine marketplace. And
It's not the nicest
bad.
part of the Strip.
But this is really nice. Outside, misters are just blasting. The game's on, the race was on. I mean, it was great. I was like blown away.
And so I was also concerned because every time they give 2-for-1s, you wonder, well, what's the prize?
Right.
But actually, it's pretty fair. It's $4 for a beer.
Yeah.
So,
$6 a drink.
Yeah, $6 a bottle.
What the cool thing was about this place, unlike a lot of 2-for-1 things, we ran out. The girl's right there handing them out. You could just go, hey, can I have and you just grab another one. So all the drinks are just 2-for-1. And that was all the time. That was at nighttime, daytime, anytime. Just get the ticket, the 2-for-1 little coupon, and your drinks are $4 for a well drink sitting on the Strip.
Which is pretty cheap on the Strip.
That's not bad. But anyway, Smith & Wollensky, absolutely killer.
Oh, and I was doing some research. Not this particular location, but other Smith & Wollenskys were featured in movies like High Fidelity, American Psycho, and The Devil Wears Prada. So it's actually pretty.
Well, I know. Well, they talked about the big one in New York.
Yeah, that's probably the one they.
I don't know anything about it, but they're known as a steakhouse. We were just having a big steakhouse conversation, and this would be one of those places to try. But for a burger, we've been to BLT, we've been to Strip Burger, we haven't been to I Love Burgers yet. There's a lot of burger house. I can't imagine someone they might have a tastier, I guess. This was the wettest, juiciest, biggest hamburger I've ever had. I mean, it was literally the kind of
obviously like hand formed because it was like
it wasn't really round and it didn't really hold together. Like pieces of it were. Yeah, someone just went like this and threw it on the ground.
Oh, and the bartender's name was Jen. Just remembered.
Why is that?
Yep. Jen from Boston. So if you guys stop in there, say hi. She's pretty cool. She
Really
just moved out like 3 weeks ago.
But do remember, this deal might not be going on all the time. But again, if you go in, the deal's not happening during the day, get one. If there's 2 of you, get one. That's all you're going to need. It really was that incredibly big. Fat Burger, we didn't eat the burger.
No,
why would you? When the burger next door is $8 or $9. Even though I've had Fat Burger in California, it's okay. I wouldn't go out of my way. But the drinks are killer. So
I don't mind Fat Burger.
I think we had and that was just the beginning of the adventure. But fortunately, that's all the time we have.
Oh.
So let's take a quick break.
No, let's do it.
And we'll come back with last call. In 3, 2, now.
Traditional media believes that after about 3 minutes, you'll tune out. Most Vegas media companies think if it doesn't jiggle, you won't tune in. At the Vegas Video Network, we think both are wrong. The Vegas Video Network is the first and only live online broadcast network that specializes in insider news and expert views about Vegas. We combine great storytelling with the ability to watch when and where you want on your computer, mobile device, or television. Discover the real Las Vegas. Visit VegasVideoNetwork.com.
we're back.
And we're back. I'm fixing my hair. See this? I think this piece has got to be like down like that. No, it doesn't. That's it. Back. Okay. Welcome back. This is Last Call. This is where you find out if you're listening how not to get knocked up, knocked out, thrown up, or thrown in jail in Las Vegas.
There you go.
Now
Bravo.
this might get you thrown in jail.
Oh.
And we might have a little second tidbit that might be someone should be thrown in jail.
Yeah.
For starters, Saturday night we went to the Hilton, the LVH, the hotel now, the Las Vegas hotel. And as you know, a sport that we like to partake in is catch and release hooker hunting. And you throw out your line. Well, actually, just watch. You know how there's there's hunters that go out and hunt, and then there's what we call sissies that go out and take pictures or like look through binoculars. We're the sissy hunters of hookers. We just watch. But I tell you, we found hooker sanctuary.
It was hooker heaven.
Okay, first off, quantity and quality has never been equaled. Usually there's one or two at a bar.
And
there was like 8.
It was crazy. And I didn't really see that many conventioneers or anybody there. I don't think anything was really going on special.
Maybe that's why. They were all down there like
just hanging out?
They were all just drinking at the bar with each other. Like carrying on.
But then you ask, how do you know they're hookers?
Well, there's a couple good signs. Well, first off, they're always on their phone.
Yes.
If a girl's that cute, wearing next to nothing, within reason of being allowed in public, and is completely by herself, what do you think she's doing? Business traveler?
Probably not.
No. Chances are, if they look like that, made up to the 9s or the 8s, and so they're by themselves on their cell phone. They're usually really friendly, and they always sit not next to anybody.
Right, and as soon as somebody sits next to them, if that's not a male, they will get up and move.
Right, they want to have 2 empty chairs on each side of them, or one on each side.
And you can time it. And we were timing it.
Yep.
We're like, empty seat, lady sits down, 1, 2, 3, and up. She moves.
Yep.
And then the guy sits, and then they talk, and then they're gone.
Right.
And then she comes back.
Comes back remarkably fast.
Remarkably fast.
They must be good at what they do.
And she tells all of her girlfriends.
Right.
I'll be back in a few.
And like 8 minutes, they're back.
Oh, that's fast.
We have a chat room question.
Awesome.
2 questions. First of all, the first one's from me. What do you think the close rate is for those people?
It's not good. Because so many of them, we've talked about it on this before, so many of them, it's some guy from out of town. He's got, Midwestern insurance salesman guy. He's 45, maybe a little overweight, whatever. And this hot 20-year-old girl's like, hey, how you doing? He's going, oh, she likes me for me. No, she doesn't. And so anyway, there's that. This is the moment we like to catch because he's like, oh my God, yes, oh my God. And then she does a little whisper, and he just
goes,
oh.
Then the pockets turn inside out.
Oh, so that happens more often than not, I would say.
So what do you think closing rate is?
30? Not maybe 10, 20%, I would think.
But the price is pretty.
Who knows? We just saw him go out. Like I said, we watched a lot of them come and go. So I don't think it's very good. But we have a second question.
Oh. Yes, Brett and Lisa wants to know, hey, whatever happened to Drinkus Radis?
Hey, speaking of Brett and Lisa, they happen to be sitting next to us during this whole encounter.
Yes, they were.
By the way.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, they were actually sitting with us, watching this whole thing. So they can attest to this. This is real. We don't make stuff up. They were right next to us. And it was pretty impressive. I was also pretty shocked on how fast people came and went.
So Drinkus Radis, he's around. He's like
we don't know where he is,
slum,
to be honest,
hanging out.
But we better do this.
Oh.
Because we're taking a break. 3 weeks. We're going to be gone for 3 weeks. This is the end of season 1, the 2-year season.
The longest season ever.
The longest season ever. This is the last episode of season 1. It's going to be a cliffhanger because we're going to talk about, when we come back, something that somebody should be arrested for. There's a body somewhere in this town, and we keep smelling it. We'll have to wait till you have to wait 3 weeks to hear about where we think it is and what I think it is. But speaking of hookers. But anyway, yeah, we're going to be off for 3 weeks. So be sure to catch us back here in 3 weeks. In the meantime, thank you, live studio audience.
Thank
Live
you,
chat
live chat room. We'll miss you guys.
Oh, yes. And remember, pubcrawl at VegasVideoNetwork.com is our email, Twitter, all that good stuff. Remember, we don't make stuff up, but we do leave stuff out. Till next week. 3 weeks.